Okay, so what you're seeing on the screen right now is something I got conned into buying. A geek, okay? This app that I thought was wonderful and had all this really cool shit. Essentially, what I did was go to like Jamaica Avenue and buy some shit from somebody on the side of a corner or Union Square or some shit, right? And I stopped at a booth and I was like, "Ooh, what do you got?" And they were like, "We got Fosachi, not Versace." So that is the entertainment system, or the other version, which is more commonly known, the Cool Baby. Now, we're really just going to jump into it. We're going to boot this thing up, and we're going to see if this was worth the $30 I spent on it. I also got the the Super Entertainment System. We're going to do a video on that some other day. I'm excited to see what may come out of this. I'm also worried. These might become gag gifts. There's a good chance of that. So we're just we're gonna jump into this and boot it up. See what happens. Oh no.
Same like.
No, so what you don't realize is
Oh. Okay.
there's no HDMI in this beach.
Okay. I like this already.
Is your controller working?
Okay. It goes swing.
Player 1.
Okay. Alright. Ninja Turtles 1 through 4. Contra. Missing a few. Oh, wait, no.
No, it is. It's missing 5 and 6.
Mortal Kombat, but not the one we know. Snow Bros. Cage. Final Mission. Tiny Toons 1 through 3. Ninja Gaiden. Different one. Double Dragon 1 through 4. RoboCop 1 through 4. Adventure Island. Chip and Dale. Hot Blood Wrestle.
I've never heard of that.
Story Soccer March. Street Fighter 201. That must be insane.
What about Street Fighter? The end.
Oh, wait. Oh, there it is. Boom.
Mighty Final Fight.
That sounds intense.
This looks ridiculous.
Okay. Snow Bros
Three Eyes
again.
Boy.
Spider-Man, Batman, it better have. Okay. Okay. All right.
Dead Fox. Power Blade 1 POW.
Oh.
Jungle Book. Airwolf.
Jungle Book sounds pretty
Power
good.
Ranger. Not Power Ranger.
Oh, wait.
It's just one. 52.
Oh, okay.
It's just one Power Ranger. It's probably the pink one.
Gorilla War. That sounds
Banana Prince.
Bruce Lee, too.
Akari 3. What happened to 1 and 2?
Oh, man.
Mario 10. So
And
Mario
12. Unreleased.
Party. Hot Blood now.
Oh,
right?
man. Again. Oh,
no, it's
man.
Ice Hawk. New Rico.
Captain Tsubasa?
Alright, I know it got crazy quiet for you guys. So I had to block out our little talking during the gameplay. Because some of the times we forgot that we were recording a video.
A little bit.
So this is the bootleg NES, man, and it's got some actual proper games on it.
Mm-hmm.
So Contra was the first one we were running here, and I did not realize we were playing it at 2-player.
And I was trying to figure out the code, the actual code. Everybody knows the code.
The Konami code.
Except for us.
I swear it's like up, down, left, right, B, A, start.
And I am still stuck on San Andreas codes. So I totally didn't know at all.
So he didn't have a L1, L2, R2 to click on. It didn't work out so well.
But we didn't realize how smooth the first Contra ran, and goddamn.
Oh, it went well.
It was nice. It is nice.
I did enjoy that. Yeah.
It was nice. We took a little dip in the pool, in the ocean.
Yeah, I didn't think I could swim. Apparently you can.
Yeah, we didn't know how to jump up. Yeah, little stuff happened.
It's been that long since freaking the NES.
It was a good time.
So let me say first, if you haven't picked up, or if you have picked up the classic proper Nintendo released games, the licensed ones, you know, the NES Classic, the SNES Classic, and maybe one day, hopefully, fingers crossed, the 64 Classic. These have HDMI output. This, on the other hand, does not. This is just your basic AV wire, which is the reason why it looks exactly like it did
how it's supposed
when
to.
we were kids.
I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it. As soon as you said there's no HD, I was like, yes, there isn't
proper.
supposed to be. Where's
Right,
the
like they ripped the ROM and put it directly on like a Raspberry Pi and shoved it inside of a bootleg NES case.
But it works.
It does. No,
It works.
It's great. I think my biggest issue with it, and we didn't show you because we went through all 500 games. We're not going to show you all of that, obviously. Like this would be way too long. But
Too long.
easily 20 of the games were repeated twice. So like we
And
saw.
then there's a few bootlegs.
Yeah, we saw Pipe Dreams. I'm not sure if that was a real game or not, but we saw it like 4 or 5
Mortal
times.
Kombat 4.
Mortal Kombat 4. Okay, that game is in this video. You are going to see that crap. And the names are all kinds of wrong.
Yeah, it's like the same character with different.
Bro,
like,
it is.
It's bad.
You only see 4 characters, right? I think it was like Johnny Cage,
Like,
freaking Liu Kane.
Liu Kane like 4 times.
Yeah, right. Just different colors. That's all. Do you want a yellow one? Do you want a red one?
man.
It went bad, man.
I picked
I'm
Liu
not
Kane with
saying-
Striker.
Dude. Yeah. And I forget who the other guy. Well, you're gonna see it. Okay.
You'll
So,
see
anyways, Shao Kahn shows up in there, and it goes weird. So Turtles 2. Again,
Great.
this is another one of the
Fantastic.
ones that was the
Fantastic.
proper game. And if you ever played it on the NES, it was quite frankly exactly that.
And it was good.
Oh God,
It was good. And it plays. I never played it before until today. And yeah, if I was a kid, I'd definitely be rushing home playing this game because this was the game to watch.
Dude, this was one of the
This was
games
the
that
game
we
to
would
watch.
leave the system on for days
Yeah.
trying to beat.
Yeah, easily.
We just couldn't. This was one of the few games that we could. It was almost like Battletoads for us.
A little bit.
It was one of those.
Bit.
It's not too hard, but for whatever reason, you can't find the right level to be on to hit these guys. And even when you're hitting them, sometimes they walk right through it.
Yeah. It
Doesn't
was
matter.
Very, very slight issues. Almost you can't even like see them. But
I mean,
very slight.
but for the time, you know, this was one of those staple games that you needed to have it. It was like having Super Mario 3.
Definitely.
This is one of the ones you needed to have on your system to get a good, proper experience of, and then it brought like to life, at least in another way, the live action movies that we watched when we were kids.
True.
This was now a way
Oh,
for
yeah.
us to play the cartoon, if anyone remembers that. Now now you are Donatello, you're Leonardo. Nobody ever really picked Raphael.
Nope.
Which is messed up, but like his attack was just so short. All
was
the
good.
Turtle games, he was just the worst character to use as far as trying to fight anyone, because you need some distance.
Definitely.
Not
need
that
a
like
little-
Leonardo and Donatello have much more distance, but they give you that extra like 1/8 of an inch.
Mhm.
So it's better than having to stand on top of the guy trying to kill him.
More or less, good game. Great game. I enjoyed everything about it, to be honest, especially for the time.
Oh god, yeah. This
Those
one was
jump and
hands
dive
down one of
kicks.
my favorites when I was a kid. I could play this for hours
Yeah,
and hours and
Definitely.
hours.
Definitely.
Matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that in my small but slowly regrowing NES collection, this is one of the few games that I do still have. I also have Ice Climbers, which we did not add into this, but they have it on the system, and I might be checking that out myself one of these days.
I still never played it, unless we're talking Smash, but that's a
It
different
was a very difficult game. It was one of those tower climbing kind of platformer things where you didn't have to play it linearly. You know what I mean? You didn't. That was the kind of game where you didn't have to go from level 1 to 2 to 3 and try and beat it. There was like 100 levels, and you could pick whichever one you wanted to try. And like idiots, like after we would beat level 1, 2, and 3, my brothers would think, "Oh, we can just go straight to level 99, right, and just beat the game right now." You're never gonna beat it, ever. That was one of those ones where it's like you had to try and catch a platform that's moving, but it's also pushing you to the side.
Yeah.
And one of them's icy a little bit, so you slide off.
Oh,
and
man.
it was intense.
Oh, that sounds like a 2-player kind of game.
You know what? It is, but if you it's one of those where like you're both trying to climb to the top of the tower, yeah. But if your boy falls, kind of like in the new Super Mario Worlds for the Wii and the Wii U, if you fall and you don't bubble up, but this one you can't bubble up, but if you fall, that's it, you're dead.
True.
And now your boy has climbed higher because he's a better freaking gamer. He's like, I made it to the top. What happened to you? And I had the fucking ice. I slid. There was a pterodactyl. He tried to eat me.
Oh man, yeah, I've heard about the pterodactyl
It gets
pieces of crap.
weird in that game. It does, but it's a lot of fun. Apparently, you want plums. Yeah, those are. They add fruits in there.
In
They're for extra
Antarctica.
points. But there's like very little. There's no snow. There's icy blocks.
Oh, it's just straight ice.
Occasionally.
Just straight ice and pterodactyls.
But like what you're doing is you're punching your way up through the floors.
Okay.
So like you have a little hammer and you hit the things above you to chop open little chunks of the brick, and then you climb your way up, and occasionally an enemy will show up and put a block back. So they may close the floor. I mean, you can still open it from the bottom, but from the top you can't punch your way down. But you don't want to go down anyway.
I'm definitely gonna have to play this.
Oh, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah,
Next time you come through, I think we might do that for its own specific little video.
Yeah.
We'll do a couple of different games and maybe do a part 2 of the review and see if how many of the games were labeled wrong. Right, we'll catch that.
Oh man,
There was a Kung Fu Mario I saw.
Oh
Yeah, I think that was like no, it wasn't
even.
even called Kung Fu Mario. But somebody was doing a review that I was watching today, and Kung Fu Mario was one of those games that they ran into, and it was so weird. So,
Kung Fu Mario.
Yeah, there's that. So here you're seeing us get ready to finish the first stage and beat the main boss for said stage, and I believe it's Rocksteady. Bebop, I think, was the pig. So I want to say we beat the hell out of him, but we didn't. We won. Okay?
We damn sure did.
But it didn't go so well. He still beat the hell out of us. Oh, it got clipped. Anyway, so we couldn't figure out what the hell this game was.
Had a cool title.
It did.
Had a
And
cool title.
it was weird.
Yeah.
So it looks like Samus is running around on the right side trying to kill us. And it's this. Okay, so there's a bunch of games on here that we did try that I pulled a video of.
Yeah.
They're just unplayable.
Yeah. Like this.
They make no sense.
Yeah.
This was one of them. There's
also another
no
one.
beating it. I could not figure out how to play it.
Yeah.
We got our
I
ass
think I,
kicked
moved over
quick.
to the left and died
Yeah, and
somehow.
still,
Yeah,
bam, you're just
yeah.
dead. We're like, that made no sense.
This is alright. Mortal Kombat 4 exclusive
Look
for
at
the
this.
Super Nintendo.
It is just the same characters. They're in different colors. What is this?
What's going on?
I don't understand what I'm looking at.
Oh man.
So who am I going to be? I got
know?
1 of 5 characters to pick from 30 times.
So,
Even
yeah.
when you pick, it isn't the guy that you picked.
I thought I picked Liu Kang.
Look
It
at
jumped
this.
straight into
Right?
it.
So Shao Kahn, apparently,
Yeah,
is
Shao
your
Kahn.
first fight.
It's Striker. I mean, versus Striker.
Yeah.
Even though I picked Liu Kang. Striker came up.
It
It was
went.
just a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, and it was very, very fast paced. Almost like they had
Way
a
too
turbo
fast
button
paced.
permanently put on this damn game.
Yeah.
It made
was-
no sense in the slightest.
Yeah, we stopped
Yeah,
that.
there was
We
just
stopped
no
that
more.
real quick. It
So
wasn't.
then Tiny Toons, we
Yes.
found that.
Tiny
and
Toons, that was the real thing.
This was the proper Konami made Tiny Toons
Yes.
licensed, whatever shit you want to call it.
Yep.
The
I-
issue with this game,
Yeah. It was
it's too hard.
yeah, it was one of those games for kids that was too hard. I don't know.
Kind of like The Lion King.
Yeah.
Like it's a child's game, but don't
But
hand it to your
don't-
child.
Mm-mm.
This is games like this is the reason why TVs back in the day could be hit in the face with a
Oh
bat,
yeah.
and you could still play.
Just little fizz.
Like it was weird.
Yeah. See,
You could-
I took damage from jumping.
Yeah, you
Didn't
can't
like it.
touch anything apparently.
Yeah.
Don't let nothing touch you. Don't touch nothing
I couldn't
because you're gonna
jump down
die.
because I didn't trust it, and I think this was the only thing I did. I did that, and then
You rotate a bit.
I started dying.
Yep, got banned right there.
Yeah.
And then you do it again.
And
You're
I was
supposed to
like,
flip and flip,
you thought you had me, and then you did.
and then bam, you didn't duck, so dead. This game was it was quick.
It was quick.
It was a very strange platformer.
It looks like it could be fun
And I feel like, well, yeah, I guess if we had more time to really sit
if
there
you knew
and play
what to
it, but
do.
it was too complicated. I tried the Flume ride next, and
Yeah.
it just didn't. It
It
didn't
wasn't-
bode well at all from freaking the first level. And when I tried a second one, no, it was
Yeah.
It was worse.
It was difficult. It is difficult. These forget exactly what they're called in the water. Tie your boats to them.
It's a flume ride.
Yeah, no, I mean like those little pegs keep popping up randomly.
Oh yeah, they're rude.
I think that's what killed you at the end of the day.
No, man, it was the frog. I got killed by a frog.
Oh yeah, frogs he can't even dodge. So check this out, you guys. So
you can't jump over it, right?
If you fall in the water, you die.
You can't move left and right. You don't just walk.
So he had to eat that.
And then again.
And then he tried to jump out the way, but it's the squared. Yeah, so.
There's no way around that. So we ended that one pretty quickly.
Really quickly, yeah.
That was just bam.
Yeah, we could take
game over.
Yeah, and that's another thing I like about it. You just hit the reset, and it's just like what?
Oh yeah, well the classic systems that are properly licensed, they're the same way.
Good.
I think this one was we were playing Ninja Gaiden, right?
This was good. Even though
this
it was
the
Gaiden.
Oh yeah, it's spelt with an M in the library. When you get in the game, it's the proper game spelled properly. It's the right code. You're good.
But it was nonetheless up there with I was about to say Teen Titans. Jesus.
Tiny Toons.
Yeah, no, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But up there with how good of gameplay it is. I also enjoyed that. A lot of wall-to-wall jumping. It was pretty
you can climb the walls all Spider-Man-like.
Mm-hmm.
So that was cool.
This was cool.
And fighting the main boss, or not the main boss, but the level boss. When you got to him, we couldn't figure out how the hell to get to. You jumped just enough to not touch it.
And I was like, wait, and then I was like, oh, okay, wall jumping,
Yeah, no, it did not want you to have it.
Yeah,
so it took a minute. Yeah,
you had to cut it.
You gotta touch it first.
But as soon as that happened and this happened, I was like, okay.
Thinking, I can climb on top of this. No,
like,
no, you can just wall ride. That's all.
Couldn't pass that, and I was like, okay, this is a wall-to-wall thing. I could deal. And then just started dealing with the game like that. I enjoyed it. I think it was a great game. I definitely want to play the sequel and the prequels to it.
Oh yeah, I mean we did have. I mean this is the one I think had 4 Gaidens on it, right?
Yeah.
So I can't say for sure yet that they are all actually Ninja Gaiden.
Definitely.
What we do know for sure is that Ninja Gaiden 2 was Ninja Gaiden 2.
Yes, this was definitely.
It was cool. I mean,
I enjoyed it. I never played it before, except for like Xbox, but that's we're not talking about that.
So my whole thing when I got this system and I found out what I had purchased, because what you gotta understand is I jumped on like Geek, it's like Wish, and I looked at it and I was like, oh shit, I can get the NES and the SNES for like crazy cheap. For the price of like the Super Nintendo Classic, I could get both of these, and I jumped on them real quick. I needed them in my life, so I grabbed them. And then I started doing research. When I knew that they were a couple of days out, I started looking into it. And it hit me. I did not purchase legitimate systems. The pictures for these things were very... what's the word I'm looking for? They lied.
There you go.
Deceptive. There it is. So I'm looking at the picture, and for the NES Classic, it was just a top-down picture of it with the controllers. And I didn't like zoom in to see that it didn't say Nintendo on the controllers. And that's when I realized that, because all I saw in the description was 500 Nintendo games in this one system. And I was like, well, shit, I'm in for $30. Same thing with the Super Nintendo. Then I started doing the research and realized that I purchased, which is essentially Cool Baby 1 and Cool Baby 2, which are just bootleg rips of these systems. I wasn't happy until I got it. Right? My plan was at the end of this video, you were going to see a clip of me burning this thing. I was going to set it on fire because I was irritated with myself that I got conned into buying something that wasn't fucking licensed by Nintendo. But, you know what? I enjoyed it. I do. I mean, I like the fact that it's regular AV input-output. So I get that true Nintendo look and feel. The controllers feel almost exactly like they did. They're a little more rigid. The buttons, I think, were a little more clicky now than they were back then.
But that's fine.
You know what? And I'm not complaining about it. I can run with that.
Especially if you're real old school gamers and you really truly know how the Super Nintendo D-pad feels. This D-pad in particular is a little bit better, in my opinion. This is my opinion. it's a little bit more out there, a little bit more
All right.
slightly.
So that was it. That was our little taste of bootleg NES Classic.
I thought it was good. I think it went well.
I like the game. I like the system. The system,
I
you
would
know what? It's
recommend
worth
it.
the money. I would definitely
I would
say
recommend it.
get your hands on it.
Get it.
And you know what? Get it for your kids. Get it
Yeah.
for the young ones.
Yeah.
Like, the ones that are playing Fortnite all damn night. They need to
Let
understand.
them know what spawned first. Let them know what happened.
Right?
Let them know how it got there.
get where we were, where 2 buttons was all you had. I go
That's it.
left, I go right, I go up, or I die.
Mm-hmm.
The end. These games were different,
Other than that,
right? But they were way more complicated.
and it's still fun. It's still fun.
No, absolutely. I mean, I don't know. I loved every second of it, even the
Me
ones that
too.
we couldn't
It's still
figure out,
fun.
or the
It's still
games that
fun.
were unplayable. But you know what? I think that's something that in itself could be a lesson to these old bastards.
Hashtag no DLC.
Know what I'm saying? That's it. You got 500 games, figure it out. And I got to go, it's $30. It's
That's
$30.
it.
I got it for like 30, I don't know. With shipping, it was like $40. Took like 2 weeks to get it here from China. So I would recommend, throwing it through a bleach bath or something before you touch it. No, don't do that. You'll ruin it. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a good little system. And we're going to review the Super Nintendo next. We got this little bootleg fucking dealy here. Probably should have made that noise, but it does. I think that one will be fun too. And here's the weird thing about that one. So the controllers are all black, which I think has a sleeker feel to it.
Mhm.
I don't know. I dig it. But that'll be another video that we do, and this one will probably go on both channels. It's another one of these Mike and Tori talks, and today we're talking bootleg systems. So,
That is still fun.
they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I think everybody should get their hands on something like this, because this was a blast to play. It was fun to review. It gave us that true feel that we had when we were kids, so it really took me back.
Yeah.
But what it did was let me put it on the fucking 50-inch TV,
Yeah.
and, I had fun with that.
8-bit.
It was good. It was really good. So I would say, in my personal opinion, I think we agree you should get this system.
Definitely get it.
It's worth it, especially if you're on a budget.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
500 games. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
But I can't even tell you that is like fractions of a penny per game,
Yeah.
considering it's $30.
Yeah. Mario's
was-
in it. Contra's in it.
They are. They're not
Come
all
on.
proper Mario games. There are going to be some
You might hit a few
off-brand
bumps in the
weird
road.
shits, but
We did say this is a little bootleg, but
It
it's
is.
fine. Once you find what you'll find it. You'll find it.
You'll
'cause it's in
find
there.
something in there
It's
you
in
want to
there.
play. I mean, one
It's in
game
there.
that I was looking for and I did not see was one of my personal favorites called Jackal. So you're a Jeep, right? And you're fucking running around from the bottom of the screen to the top of the screen, fighting through little military bases, picking up soldiers and power-ups and killing tanks and
What?
planes. Yeah, awesome game, right? I was hoping it was on this one. Who knows? Maybe it's on the
It
Super
might
Nintendo
be
Fake
up
Classic. Because
Jackal.
the Super Nintendo Fake Classic is essentially just a NES game emulator inside of a Super Nintendo jacket. I looked into that too.
All right.
So there will be probably no Super Nintendo games whatsoever between the two of these games, but between the two of these systems, there's easily almost 1,000 games.
Yeah.
So maybe
yeah.
we'll find it, maybe we won't. But guys,
We'll
I think
find
we're gonna tie this one up. I'm gonna go ahead and start rendering this so you can catch it tonight before I go to bed and go to work. I appreciate Joy for stopping by. He's
Know
been
what I'm saying?
a great co-host over the last few videos. If you
Know what I'm
haven't
saying?
seen him in the first
I
ones,
know.
go check those out. We did challenge videos since then. We've done another game talk before, as far as some of the PlayStation 4 games that we had played, and we did that on the Tequila Worm.
Yes.
So that got
Yes.
weird real quick.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for this
I'm
edition,
going to tell you
of-
about after work. I'm going to
Oh,
tell you about.
you-
Yeah. I went home, and it wasn't nice. It wasn't good.
Where did you die?
No, my asshole.
We don't die, baby. We respawn. So don't eat the Tequila Worm.
Don't do it, and
Yeah.
then do a spice challenge.
Yeah, don't- yeah,
don't
oh,
do
yeah.
those days before each other.
Yeah, that all went down in about a week.
Yeah, that was all. My stomach wasn't the best at that time.
No, I was a bit beat up myself.
But
They were great
But,
videos, and
yes.
you should go and catch these. So
Yes.
run back and catch some of our previous videos.
Watch
Go ahead and
those.
subscribe if you are new here.
Mhm.
Like this video up for us so we know we're doing something worth doing.
Please.
And we're going to catch you guys for the next one, my ninjas. And as always, don't die.
That's right.